Good morning, everyone. I see so many faces, so many good friends. Okay. Um, Good morning. Welcome. For me, it's really a pleasure to be with you today, sharing some of my thoughts and ideas in this fantastic festival. I think the Sistema Europe is a beautiful, really place to share and to grow all our experience with all the teachers and student members and non-members of the network. Today, I have to tell you many things. So if you have some questions, please ask me in the end. Okay, I will share my screen. I prepare a presentation for you. Let me see. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, so I choose this title, Unify concept, because for more than a decade, I have been teaching a programming repertoire in the Sistema Portugal. And one of my concerns has been unite my team of teachers, discover and explain the why and the objectives of each pieces to work in the same direction, and find balance between technical, music, and social aspects in our methodology so that the student can grow and have a more solid structure. I have also traveled around Europe, visiting and learning from other system projects, and I realized that there are two main problems that almost all projects of this network face. This is the first one is the programming in this kind of project is difficult, and the second one is teaching with little time available is more difficult. This is because we are a star and we don't have experience. Choose repertoire in this swimming pool. The repertoire can be difficult. It's not so um, uh, easy to choose, and also if we don't have the time really to really teaching and give the individual class or all our group lesson can be also difficult. Yeah. Okay. Um, we will talk now for the first point. Talk about programming. Yeah. This point is really focused on the programmer, on the person or teachers or mentor who has to choose the orchestral repertoire and consist in programming a system. Yeah. So first we did the first that we did was a macro analysis of the pieces to know the characteristic of the pieces, what are the steps that allow all the students to grow in the same direction. Also, we have compared success programs which reveal us what order we can place each music. Okay. Um, okay. Yeah. Is I think is if we resume is to try to understand how I'll build the music. Okay, the structure that sorry that we prepare is this is this four point. Yeah, the think is the cognitive part, the play is the performative part, the feel is the social, and movement is the psychology part. Okay. um, for this point we choose this concept, okay, this element that this is bow stroker, some productions, phrase, intonations, energy, advanced stroker, advanced bow stroker, and modulation. Yeah, so we have identified this element in each work, in each piece, okay, because we want to see what their strengths are and the reason why we are shoot this piecing. Okay, for example, if some pieces give us energy, we want to see exactly in what measure it gives us energy. I will explain you better. I will pass here. For example, here we have the farandole. Okay, we have this beautiful introduction. I will try to show you better. Okay, we have this introduction. It's a great orchestral unison. All the instruments play the same melody. This for us translated into a mass of sound, of energy, of confidence, security, and motivation. Why? Because all the instruments play the same melody. The kids don't feel alone. For example, other example you can see here in bass stroker, we have long marcato in the bar 1 and 2. In the quarter notes, in the eighth note we have short marcato. We can also try to unify this concept in this way. For example, we can write for the quarter notes, use hold the bow, and for the short notes on the frog, short on the frog, and in the pause we can retake the bow. I can show you a video to explain this. I think it's more clear. Para las negras usamos todo el arco, para las corcheas cortas y el talón. Articulación es martelé, staccato, ¿sí? Todo el arco, negras, corcheas cortas. ¿Sí? Todo corto. Y todo el arco, ¿sí? Para las dinámicas podemos usar nuestro cuerpo para transmitir energía. Por ejemplo, en los acompañamientos tenemos ¿sí? La melodía. ¿Sí? Gracias. Okay, great. Normally in Portugal, in the beginning of the year, we create a teacher orchestra to explain all of these details, all of these objectives. So, okay. Other thing that we also create is a table to calculate the graduation of each pieces based on all the elements. For example, you have here that we are talking before, basis stroker. What is basis stroker? Basis stroker is, for example, détaché, or martelé, marcato, untenuto, the basics. We have the energy, we have the sound, intonation, phrasing. Advanced stroker is the more difficult, for example, spiccato, staccato in the air. We have the modulation. So, for example, I put a list of, repertoire of some pieces. We can see very clear what is the objective of each one. For example, for the Red Gates of Kiev, Mussorgsky, we have basic stroke 2 points because it's very clear. They don't have so many voice stroke. It's more détaché, untenuto. Energy, we have 2 points. Sound production, we have 4. Okay, this is good. This is the reason that this piece is good for sound production. Intonation is not so difficult. We play in D major. Phrasing, we have a beautiful melody. So when we will work this piece, we will focus principal in sound production. The same, for example, can we hear some pieces that everybody know, merengue. For example, merengue is the same. We have the voice stroker is 2 points. In the energy, we have 5. This means this is very good to energy. It's song, we don't have point. Intonation is very easy. And phrasing, we don't have so beautiful phrasing. But what is our objective is energy. I say this because where we are working on this piece, I saw it so many teachers to very careful or too concerned. If, for example, when they teaching this music, be careful with the first finger, be careful with the intonation. They have to be very good. I think it's not necessary. We have to focus in the really what is the objective, the energy that the kids feel free. For example, I love dance salsa. If we go to a lesson of salsa, if the teacher start to say, be careful with your foot, it's not perfectly, maybe it's boring, no? And if he say, Okay, try 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, repeat again, one more time. Enjoying. I think if in the end of the class you ask, do you like the class? For sure, will say yes. You do dance well? Yeah, maybe. Okay, and you will come back? Yes, for sure. I think this is two very strong points in our programs. Yeah, the kids, they like what they're doing and they come back the day after to us. Okay, I think this is very important. Other table that we create, I think is very important, is the rhythm table. Okay, this is in this side. um, Here are the rhythm patterns, and we see that in here we can find the same patterns in different pieces. That is, one piece helps us to prepare the next one. So we don't have to spend a lot of time on each pieces. In the end, we will have the result. Okay. Normally, when I'm programming, I try to look for this because in the boogie boogie we have the 8th note. In the can we have the same pattern. In the trepak farandol, you can see it's very similar. The accent. This is mean that it's very good because you don't have to pressure your student. Okay, you can start, you can count. You don't have to say you have to repeat and play perfect. You can play and then you continue to farandol because they will work the same concept, the same skill during the year. So in this way I think it's very good because they can work the same pattern or the same concept or skill in different stage. I think is very important also. Okay, so for me, the repertoire and the time are the keys to the success. Okay, the way that we found together this information and placed into a box was by creating a card game. Yeah. We create a card game for projects that are beginning and have little experience. For those who are interested, we create that because we feel in the beginning it was very difficult, and if we can help and share our experience with the other programs that they start, for us is a pleasure. So, okay, we already begun to develop those ideas in the Academy for Impact through the Music and also in the Sistema Portugal, but they are still in ideas and concept. We would like to know your feedback in the end. If you want to write in the chat, also if you want to write me in an email, then I can put my email in the chat. If you are interested, do you think it could work in your program? So, okay, great. Now, the game is this. Play and plan. This is a game that I am working on. Also, I done with Jose Andres, this other musician. The game has the index, with the analysis of the pieces. They have the gradual tables of the part. They have the table with the rhythm pattern, as we saw it. The board. This is the board, and with a set of cards. We have 4 set of cards. Okay. These balls represent the season of the year, okay, divided by quarters. Okay, here we have also the 4 set of cards that contain some important information of the piece. Okay, we have 3 points for basic stroke or for energy. This is important. Also, sorry, the score, the board also have this score. This is important because with this point, which allows to balance the season. Okay, so this is the good start. This is the beginning. In this session, we will work pieces for song production, which will allow us to start with confidence, with a good rhythm. And also, it's important to know what is the visual or what is the musical line until the end of the year. For this reason, we choose this card. This is the leg string card. That is the most difficult piece of the year, of the season. Okay, so we continue with the second quarter. This is Getty Stronger. In this section, we will focus on reinforcing several technical aspects in order to achieve our legs dream. Okay, this is, how do you say, no pain no gain. We have to really work in this section. Then we have the fun sum. That is in this phase we will present fun pieces from our cultures, movies on tracks or jazz pieces, whatever you want, in this kind of style. Yeah. In Portugal, we like to create a choreography on all of these pieces and dance with our instrument. We love it, and also we feel the audience also loves it too. Okay, and then we have the grand finale. Then this is where we do a great camp, a big camp to recap and work on the main pieces and all the pieces to make a fantastic concert and close the season. Okay, now I want to show you a video um, for one of my mentors, three of my mentors that I worked this year with them, and they are programming and they try the game. Okay, so it's 8 minutes. You can see the game, how it's work.
First, I think it's better to find our main piece. Okay, so I think it's better to start with Let's Dream.
Okay. Gypsy, Aleluia, Hungarian Dance, and Toreadores.
And project too.
Yeah. It's the most complete ones because here with the points you can see that in basic strokes, energy, sound, we have a lot of points. And in terms of modulations too, it's the Gypsy is the only one that has like.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think Gypsy probably is the better because it's very complete for all instruments.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's challenging maybe
Yeah.
for the teams. Okay, so we choose Gypsy, Yeah. right? For the Let's Dream. Okay. Okay. So I think we must focus now the second step here in getting stronger. So we can choose pieces that can prepare the children to play Gypsy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes.
So we have these ones. Which one do you think it's better to prepare? Maybe trepak. Yeah, basically the rhythms like Gypsy. We have a lot of this rhythm. Like the sound is. Okay, so we need something with that rhythm, right? Yeah, kind of similar to be easy for the.
Yeah. I
for
think
them.
probably Trepak.
Okay, we have. Okay. Yeah, we have
the phrase and
the 8 notes.
okay.
Yeah, it's important.
Okay,
It's the same rhythm. So okay, try back here.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so maybe another one I think it will help. Farandol. The beginning is very similar. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
You have to choose another one.
Yeah, I need one more.
I think it's better to choose a piece with not so challenge.
Okay. Maybe because Trepak and Farandol.
Yeah.
And we don't enough already. We can forget that we have to see this piece like during the year.
Yes.
So yeah, maybe it's something easier.
Yes.
Like Little Baroque Suite.
Yes. Yes.
Now we have to see if the points match, right? Okay. We have all the points here. Okay, and that's so now maybe we go back to the start, right?
Yes.
So what do you which one? It's these ones. For the good start, it's important to focus on the sound and like the teamwork because they are new and they have to learn how to play together and I think the sound
is the focus in sound.
Yeah, to have a group sound. in a group
So
connection.
we have
The Great Gate of Kiev. Yes. Yeah. I think that is not that difficult for all the instruments we have.
Yes.
Like
and they all have the theme.
yes,
So
yeah, the main thing. They
And
all
they
have
have
the main thing.
all the instruments have the same rhythm, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's good to
Yes, to
unify
start.
the sound and
yes.
yeah. I think
the
it's a
group
good start.
sound. Yeah.
Okay. So
And the other
this
one.
is like in the October, November, and
Till
December.
December, yes.
So it's important to have a piece, a holiday piece, okay?
Oh, okay.
Like Jingle Bells.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
for the Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Let's see if the
Yeah.
point.
Minutes.
I think so.
Two,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 2. Yeah, I think it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, we have a good start. We have getting stronger. Now we have the fun zone.
Yeah.
We have here chamambo,
Mm-hmm.
merengue, sol de manhã, oye como va, piratas, uhum, ritmos ciganos y when this descends.
I don't know, but I think merengue it's a good one to start because it has a lot of energy because kids are
Yeah,
always
they love playing that.
they love
Yeah.
it. They are always want
Merengue.
to play
And is easy.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, it's an easy piece.
Yeah.
for every instrument. I
Yes,
think. Yeah.
and they want
All the time.
the choreography.
Yeah, yeah,
all the
choreography, yeah.
And sing merengue.
Yeah, true.
Okay, I think it's a good one.
Yeah.
I also like. I really like. I don't know about you, but I really like the piratas, Caribbean pirates.
Yeah, and they all know, like,
They know the piece and it really has energy.
yeah,
Yes.
true.
It's like
This
you know.
piece is great, but is a little bit challenge for brass.
For brass.
So
Okay.
And you
I
have to
don't know.
think that we also have gypsy all the
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe it will
To
be a little
ease.
too much to
Yeah.
do.
I think
Yeah.
probably you have to work a lot of time with Caribbean, and it's
And
not so good.
We need that
Yeah.
time for gypsy
Yeah.
and for okay. So
Okay, not
not
pirates.
pirates. Okay.
But maybe chamambo,
Chamambo.
Yes.
because it's not that easy, but it has a lot of teamwork, and we have the choreography that is
Mhm.
challenging.
Yeah.
Like we have
Yeah.
playing and make the choreography, and it's I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a Latin.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
So like
Okay.
merengue.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
merengue too.
Okay.
O Ya Como Va, que
Yeah.
we can sing it has the singing part like Oye Como Va, mi ritmo.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
But
you do
I
like
think
it.
it's too much Latin American.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
It's really
Music,
Latin American.
So
Yeah.
it's,
Maybe.
it's better to choose a music of our community.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a lot of cities of
We have
like
these two, Sol de Manhã, Ritmo Chigano.
we have the
Okay.
gypsies, and we have like the Africans, Cabo Verde, in this case
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
country. So
Maybe Sol de Manhã then.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
it's
think-
like our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a thing of the
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 better
community,
sound.
Yeah.
they know already that piece. I think.
Yeah,
They love it.
when it comes our concerts and
They
we
start-
play,
They start
we start-
clapping and dancing
Yeah.
in the
Yes.
concerts.
it's like
It's true.
our joinment and like the public's joinment too, because they already know that we play that piece a lot.
Yeah, I
so.
think it's okay like that.
Okay. And
So
the grand finale, that is our goal,
Yeah.
Gypsy.
Gypsy.
I think we made a great job. We start good with this piece with sound. We have pieces that we prepare us to the main goal.
and that challenge the kids also.
And that's
Yeah.
yes, we have the fun zone that will bring joy to them
motivation,
and motivation.
intrinsic motivation.
Yeah,
I hope.
and the community with all our music.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we'll do a great year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, great. Yeah, fantastic. For me, it's a pleasure to see. I'm proud. But I think it's great that they can program a season in 8 minutes. And this made me really, very happy. They have to negotiate, they have to know the skill of the pieces, they have to really um, make a season, program a season. Okay, yes, for sure, this is a experiment where they have to try. They have to reflect constantly also in the results during the year, but I think it's a very good start. For sure, this is a prototype we are developed. We hope that we can really share with you all of these ideas. Okay, so we continued. So for this, our I think our three main points for this project is program sequence, program orchestra sequence. Also replace the music part. I say this because I have been helping several projects to program this season, their seasons. We choose some of these pieces that can be a pillar for sure, but also different pieces depending on their needs. It is possible to create also other set of car and make a new season. You know? And the third point is create new pieces from composer, for new composer. I think this is very important. The principle is the same. We ordered a new part, but in this time we already know what works and what we really want. And this is, I think, is very important for us and also for the composer to know where they have to focus in this new piece. Okay, okay, great. Now we will pass to the we will continue to the point two. The first is why, and this point is how we can do it. Yeah. From this point, our result for teaching with a little time, it was create a guide for students and a guide for teachers and mentors. You create for this, a team of 20 experienced teachers from the Sistema Portugal to do a micro-analysis of the pieces to, sorry, to examine the skills or competence of the pieces depending on each instrument. We have guide of all the instruments, also to education, musical education. Create simplified and advanced versions, unify concept to define an interpretation, and identify challenge. This is the micro-analysis that we did. In the first, it was a macro. In this point, is a micro. For this student guide, we focus on the individual class, but connecting with the sectional and orchestra class. Yeah? We also detect an issue, a problem here, which I think is common in several programs, and is the mixture of the different levels in the same class. I think this is the issue. Okay, this is a student guide. Here we have the original version, then we have the simplified and advanced versions. Here we have a detail, no? We have a different or a new objective. The objective of this is that the student of this point, the versions, is that the student can play can learn the pieces step by step until they can play the original piece in a short time and not a fixed arrangement during the entire year. We think that we call them dynamic version because we really want to see the progress of the student during the year, and we don't want to put arrangement and they have to play the harmonic part or the very easy part during all the year. This was the reason we create these versions, this dynamic version, something like this. We have also the new strategies and adaptation, is this part. This is in case that our strategy doesn't work. That is happening normally. It's common. Is this kind of project? We have to adapt, and we have to create a new version. Okay, so this is the guy. This we have a detail that all these drawings on of the pieces, on all of the pieces were made for one of our students. This is Diana Costa. Yeah, here you have in clean. We pass all the part. This is the original part. Here we have the simplify part. You can see it's very easy. It's in open screen, but is combined with the third exercise of the teacher's guide. So they can play the original in a short time. Yeah? They can play this, but they can then continue with 3 exercises that the teacher has created for try to end the end of the year. They can play really the original. This simplified version is good, for example, for some in the beginning when you are start, but for example, you are in the middle of the year, you have a new student, you have in 1 or 2 weeks, you have to do it a concert. It's perfectly because they can play for sure this part and they can feel part of the group. But the older student that start in the beginning, they don't have to continue doing this part. They can grow up and see more difficult things until get it the objective. Okay, then we have here's the advanced version. This is other thing that we detect that we don't need to wait to reach the next level to play new skills. Here they can work in other positions, in other high and low octave, other articulation, other keys, and position change in the same piece. I think this is a very good point because normally when you are in the, you don't have to find different material to work these skills. That you for sure you will find when you are you play Alleluia or Trepag or other pieces in the intermediate level. But we see that for sure we can do it here because we have everything. 80% we have, they are complete because they know the pieces, they know by memory. It's a short melodies. They can play these melodies in all the tonalities, in all the keys, with all the articulation. And we find that this is a very good point to prepare the next step or the following levels in an easy way. Okay. Then we have here I will show you, for example, the horn guy. We have the same. We have the original version. In the case of the horn, it's different. They have 2 simplified versions in different register because some students have difficult to play high or low register, and then they have the adaptation. But this for a student for the instrument, the winds instrument, this is normally and also in science project because when you start in an orchestra, it's very difficult to choose the key, the tonality. Normally, we use tonalities that this is very good for the string, for example, D major or A major, C major is not bad, but it's not good for the good winds for the brass. For them, it's better B flat major or F major. Normally the winds, they have to adapt. They have to start with, you can see, with only 1 note, and they can step by step try to put more notes. For example, here we have a very clear difficulty. This is a fifth. This is a jump that they require very flexibility in the kit, and this is difficult. But for the winds instrument, in the beginning they start slow, but in the middle of the year, on the end of the year, for sure they can jump. They can go more faster than the string, and they don't have to do the advanced version. They can pass to the other level. Okay. Then we have the teachers mentors. Teachers and mentors. We say this because this year we are prepare our advanced student. We can, because we want to they can continue with us and they can transform it in the next generation of teachers. So the methodology that we create was the blank questionnaires template. We focus on general and specific music objectives of each instrument and social objectives to create a legenda to gather all of this information. The legenda is the questionnaire. That also, if you are interested in see this legenda for your teachers, then you can write me, and for sure I can share with you. Okay, here this is our.
Juan, sorry, we can't hear you anymore. Hi now.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I said that we have the objectives, general objectives, musical and social. For example, for us, it's very important the social objectives. Also, we have to find the balance. No, for example, the resection that we have to do in the beginning of the class. Try to know the strengths and the weakness of the student, the structure of family. For example, in the warm-up, there's a very clear difference between traditional conservatory and us, that in traditional conservatory they are very focused in studied or scales. Here we have to do also, but also for us it's important to create rules together, to make a lot of activities, to integration, to social integrations, a lot of games. For the communication, I think it's the same for both. Try to get feedback, positive feedback, to be very clear, to talk about the responsibilities about the duties. And the cognitive part, I think, is the same. Try to work the memories, the curiosity, the autonomy. In the performative part is try to get to develop the intrinsic motivation, and to explain how we can overcome the difficulties. And for community, for sure, I will spirit where try to work in a team spirit. And to be also is a model for the other students. Okay, so this is the legenda, this is the questionnaire. Here you have the objectives, the competence of the part. Then we have the concept unification or interpretation. What is that? This is, for example, in a music, we will fit the concept. For example, the bow stroker. We will play, what is the articulation? If we will play détaché, okay, everybody have to play détaché. Or tenuto in the winds language. If we will say articulation in the throw or the boat, we have to really talk with your teachers, try to define and try to everybody have to know what is the objective. The way we don't matter. Everybody can use the way to teaching and to get to the objective, but it's important to know what is the main goal of the business. Then we have the difficulties of the part. This is something that we save time. Why? Because normally when we play some pieces, there are some trickies in these transitions, and if we know before, it's time for us is good. So this is the legenda. This is the questionnaire that we write everything. This is general. This is a specific objectives. We have the community part, the performative part, the coordination. Okay. I will continue. I will explain you. If you can see this video, I think it's more easy to understand.
En el violín, el golpe de arco que vamos a usar será el détaché. La distribución del arco que vamos a usar va a ser en el medio del arco. Y el efecto wick vamos a hacerlo tocando las 4 cuerdas simultáneamente atrás del puente. Así. Entonces, détaché y medio del arco. Y efecto. ¿Sí? Ahora con las notas. Y efecto. Gracias.
Okay, great. As I saw it, we do it also in the beginning of the year with the orchestra of the teachers, and we can explain
En el violín.
this. Okay, this is the teacher guide or mentor guide. We have the legendas, the questionnaires. We have the knowledge sharing. What is that? This is because we try to help and support. We want to support our mentors and the new teachers, because maybe a new teacher, they don't know what is the objective of the pieces, or they don't know how time they have to spend to teach this music. For the mentors, for sure, they know by the first hand because they already play this music, but maybe they don't have the pedagogical experience. So we share our knowledge. For example, I put my exercise and I say, this is my strategy. This is only a tools. This is not mandatory. This is only a tool. If they want to use, they are welcome. Also, it's working better, but they don't really. This is only to try to share our experience. Also, we have creations of pedagogical system. What is this? This is the space that we create. This is sheet blank that they can write the strategies. It's very good. Also, we're trying to stimulate the new teachers, the mentor, and also the experienced teachers to write the strategies, because normally one of the experienced teachers for us, they teach in different schools, maybe in 3-4 schools, and it's very important to see that sometimes it happens in the same strategies, it doesn't work in different contexts. It's good for that, for try to realize the reaction of the kids in different contexts, also to try to share, because we want to create this I don't know how I say this share of technology between all of this generation. And this is the reason we call it guide and we don't call methodo, because we don't want to say everybody have to teach in the same way. I think this is not good for us. For us, it's better share our strategies, our knowledge, try to grow together, because maybe I worked this year, maybe not for sure. I worked this year with my mentors. It was fantastic. I learned a lot with them because they have some new energy, some new ideas. And it was beautiful to see this connection between new and old generations. Okay. So this is the guide. Here you can see the legenda, the blank questionnaire. This is the exercise, the strategies, my strategies that I share with the mentors. But we choose only 3 exercises. Why? Because we don't have many times, and we really have to show our priorities. So if you can see, the first exercise can get meeting all of these objectives, all. For example, here have the détaché, we have the détaché. We have a distribution of the quarter note and 8th note. We have change of string, we have retake the bow, and we have the fed wick. Okay, all of this is here. We have the retake the bow, we have the fed wick, we have the transition between the rhythms, the slow and fast rhythm, and all in very easy part, open string. My recommendation is try to do this without instrument, but just it, while the gesture, with your bow, you can try it in your shoulder, in the air, and then other recommendation that I did is try to sing a lot. It's very important. Sing with the letter. For example, ugrili to play the violin. Okay, I think it's important to combine the letters with the music. The second exercise you can see is for the next objectives. Okay, only for the first finger. I saw that because if you see D major, okay, I can try to make a scale. I think it's not necessary to do a scale when your objective is only the first finger. So try to focus only in what really you have to get it. And then if you have time, you can do it other things. Yeah, I put the first finger. I recommend play in pizzicato because when we start with kids very, very young, like 6 years old or 7 years old, it's difficult for them. And also I have a detail here that I take up these 2 bars because I know in my 14 years I am teaching the orchestral song all the time. When I teaching these 2 bars, it's complicated. So this is I talk about the difficulty, try to identify where is the difficulty for the piece. Now I take off because I want to focus only in the first finger, the articulation, and I will work these 2 bars in the last exercise. And this is our last main objectives. Okay, this is coordination. Here I have pom 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 1 2 3 4 and then peep and the long rhythms 2 10 and then I combine the 2 pom 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 pim pom both. Okay, in this way I can do all these objectives, in this only 3 exercises. Okay, this is my recommendation. This is not mandatory, and here is the part that we really want to know. We really want to create this spirit of sharing knowledge in between all the teachers. Yeah, this is the guy. We have something interesting here also is the group class. We also analyze what is the skill that is a standard for all the instruments. For example, for the winds, strings, percussion, and we work that. For example, in this exercise, we can work and breathe, but also leadership. For example, 1 2 3. And we show with the instrument, we show with the leadership. Also, we use a lot of exercise in loop because I think it's very good. Try to repeat the same exercise, but in the different ways, in the different angles. Yeah. This is okay. This is the fun part. We also create some arrangement. This teacher is amazing. Create this arrangement in pop versions. You can listen here. And if they want, they can play in pop version. And also, if you want to create more calm, more tranquil piece, you can also have this arrangement. This is beautiful. Okay. Yeah. This is try to recap. So this is my goals of the guide. Plan a lesson. Try to create 3 steps or strategy to achieve the objective of the pieces. Share knowledge. Work the transition between individual, class, group, and group lesson. This is very important. Work with different levels. This is the mix of level, and for sure unify your concept to try to save time and work in the same direction. The reflection that I did is work in team with your team of teachers. Try to understand the why of the pieces, the skill, their main objectives, and work with your teacher. I think it's very nice to share with all your teachers and try to decide together. Have a vision to where you want to go. It's very important to musical line and achieve for sure a transformation in your students through a music in any aspect, in psychology, musical, and social aspect. Okay, so thank you very much. If you have any question, please, I will write also my email here. If you, I don't, because maybe we don't have time to do many things, but if you really need, if you think interesting, if you need really, you need help in something, or you have interesting in know more, please write to me. Everybody want to say fancy or have a question?
Thank you, Juan. This is fantastic. Really, really extraordinary.
Thank you. We have the blank questionnaire, the template. Yes, for sure. This is the beginning. This is all ideas. The game is a prototype. We are trying to develop, but we are thinking in everybody. We are not thinking only in Jerasan. We have to want to think in everybody in this family system. If we can grow together, help us and support, I think this is great.
Thanks. Thank you
Yeah,
very
let's
much.
all unmute and thank Juan. Bravo, bravo.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Thanks, Juan.
Nice
And
to
I
meet
hope
you.
everybody's prepared like this.
Yes. Really extraordinary. I mean, I see connections to, you know, this thing that we started in SEYO, these 7 dimensions, and I see little elements here and there, and I think it's really, really exciting, this structure that you're developing there.
Yeah, we are trying to really focus in our young generations, our mentors, because we have 14 years. We really want to don't lose our student, but not it's only that we really think that they are amazing source of inspirations for the youngers. If we can support in any way, for us, it's a really pleasure.
Great, cool. So I think thank you so much, Juan. I think we're at the end of this session.
Perfect timing, perfect.
Very
too.
good timing, and we'll continue. When is it? At 2, I guess.
At 2, I just want to remember that the poll, the welcome poll, is still open. So if you want to put the answers in, if you put the link here in the chat. And the question by Marshall was, what are you hoping for from the SEYO Summerfest? So you're welcome to answer, and we will see the answers later. Thank you.
Thank you, Elisabetta. Well done.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for giving me Sistema Europe to give me this opportunity. I am on the board, but I feel part of the family. I want to say thank you,
You are.
everyone. Okay, bye.
All right. Bye.